Memastikan integriti dalam rangkaian halal bukanlah suatu perkara yang mudah. Namun begitu, cabaran yang ada malahan memberi banyak manfaat kepada semua. Kesucian setiap bahan mentah menjadi pilihan seluruh masyarakat. Di manapun anda berada, Halal Integrated Platform sentiasa bersama anda.
Pembaharan dah nak habis ni. Ain,
Ya, Bu.
boleh tolong ibu order bahan-bahan bahulu tak?
Tapi Ain dah nak pergi interview dah ni. Tak apa. Ain bukakan portal HIP untuk ibu. Nanti ibu boleh pilih je dalam ni. Nanti ibu jangan lupa tengok laptop ya.
Yelah. Ibu selalu doakan kamu berjaya.
Terima kasih, Bu. Ain pergi dulu.
Segala akses untuk hak halal hanya di hujung jari anda. Memastikan kelestarian rangkaian hak halal untuk generasi akan datang.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Barang Cik.
Cepat dia sampai.
Segalanya pantas tanpa batasan. Sebesar impian, segalanya bermula dengan langkah yang pertama. Terukai integrasi tanpa sempadan dan berpeluang temui rakan niaga baru. Budayakan inovasi dan jadikan idea perniagaan anda satu realiti. Lakar kejayaan, catat peningkatan perniagaan melalui HIP. Daftar dan sertai segera untuk berinteraksi dan mendapat akses kepada ribuan pangkalan data. Hanya yang terbaik dari Halal Integrated Platform.
Hello, good morning and salam sejahtera to everyone who is tuning in. If this is not your first time tuning in, welcome back to the session and thank you for joining us again. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, thank you. So this is the second day of the summit talk. We have a total of 8 talk sessions throughout the next for the 4 days, beginning yesterday until Sunday. And today, this morning, we have Norul Huda from Awantec, who will be speaking to us about personal upskilling with HIP.Percipio. But before that, let me just introduce to you Halal Integrated Platform. For those of you who are not familiar with Halal Integrated Platform, please go to hip.hdcglobal.com to register yourself. Halal Integrated Platform is a halal industry platform created by Halal Development Corporation with the aim to bring together all halal industry players in one single platform. So when we talk about industry players, we're talking about SMEs, corporation, service providers like Awantec and Percipio, professionals, and also consumers. So you can find all these people. The aim is to bring all these people into one integrated digital platform to promote growth in the industry. So again, more information can be found on hip.hdcglobal.com. So joining us this morning is Puan Norul Huda from Awantec. Good morning, Puan Norul.
Good
How are you?
morning. Assalamualaikum. Alhamdulillah. Thank you. I'm good. How are you, Quincy?
I'm good. I see that you're working from home today.
Yes, today I'm working from home. This week I have to work from home.
Oh, okay. But
Right.
that's more convenient, right?
Correct. Yeah. Easy
I mean,
access
so-
to the kitchen.
Yes, definitely. And thank you. I would say thank you for joining us today. I mean, we'll be talking for maybe about half an hour, 45 minutes.
Sure. I'm honored to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
So, I mean, just to start off, I know you have slides to walk through with us
Yeah.
later today, a bit later. But first, tell us briefly about Awantec and
Okay.
how this collaboration with Halal Integrated Platform came about.
Okay, sure. Thanks, Quincy. So, Assalamualaikum and good morning to everyone. So, a little bit about Awantec Berhad. Awantec Berhad, previously known as Pelestarian Berhad. If you have not heard of Awantec, this is a new name. It's listed in the KLSE back in 2012. So, Awantec Berhad mission is we are a global company that provides 21st century talent and technology services platform to transform lives. Okay, and our services at Awantec Berhad divided into two segments. Number one is technology. Number two is talent. And Awantec has evolved from being Malaysia's largest ICT software and training service provider to a digital transformer. So we now a digital transformer to many government agencies and organizations out there who need to transform their business from manual to automated to survive in the digital age. So that's one of services that we give. But myself from talent division, we provide a lifelong learning which involve upskilling and reskilling. But all of this upskilling, reskilling, can be easily accessed to our one of the best solution, which is online learning platform. So we offer various modes of holistic training, certification solutions, future proofing, talents for IR 4.0, and also we have classroom and blended learning as well as VILT, or we call it virtual instructor-led training. So we have about 18 years experience. Throughout this journey, we have numbers of excellent track records serving various sectors across Malaysia, including education, health, energy, natural resources, agriculture, and food industry, trade industry, and many more. So to answer your questions, how the collaboration formed, because I would say that HIP.Percipio was born because of these collaborations which we thought between Awantec and HTC could help to bring something, the right solutions to to the halal professionals out there. So with all business study case study that we did, we thought through that we need to help to build many capabilities and talent within the halal industry itself. For Awantec, Percipio alone, we have many courses, e-books for everyone to upskilling, reskilling, and then they can access within 24/7. All of this available online. So whether you are from banking industry, tourism industry, we have great customer service content as well. We have contents on IR 4.0, digital transformation, everything we have on our online learning platform. However, one content that we found missing that is suitable in Malaysia and also for international market is the halal industry content. And in Malaysia, this country is, I would say, proudly say that our halal standard certification training is worldwide recognized. And we have a reputable organization that is handling all of these courses, training, and certification, like Halal Development Corporation, for example. Hence, these two organizations come together. We form a strategic partnership, and we believe that this is the best collaboration where Awantec HTC, through its Halal integrated platform, came up with the first online learning platform that provide and offer halal industry content to both local and international markets, Quincy. So HTC, as the expert in the halal industry, they provide the content through the online learning platform operated by Awantec. So that is the simple explanation how the strategic partnership come on board and how HIP.Percipio was born through this marriage. Yeah, and our ambition through this collaboration is to assist as many halal professionals out there or entrepreneurs, for example. We want them to be able to compete in the same and even better standards to many other professionals in different industry. So hopefully with this collaboration, HIP.Percipio with all of other strategic partnership, and we hope that they can take opportunity to actually upskilling themselves and be able to stand tall or high, or be competitive with the rest of the other industry as well.
Yeah. I guess in this one is in this when everybody is working from home nowadays, and then I mean with the pandemic going on, yeah, we're at the end stage. We would say that we're at the endemic, but still people are already getting used to being at home, accessing resources online. So I guess Percipio, this HIP Percipio, is a fitting thing to introduce, especially to the halal ecosystem to grow and groom the halal professionals. Would you say so?
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. I think because of the pandemic that happens recently, it has pushed the online learning platform or e-learning to become sensational. Uh, we like previously in my previous organization, uh, one of the things that we want to push the motivation to the employees when MCO first hit the country back into 2020 in February, we're thinking of activity that we can do online. One of them is online learning platform. So we want people to start, being busy, because some of the tasks that they have to do in the past was all within the files. It has to be in the office itself. But when MCO first hit the country and all over the world, those people that need to be on site, they don't know what to do when they're at home, right? Because they can't go to work. So online learning platform has become one of the of solutions that best fit that nature at that time of one a point of time. And I think it's going to be very popular nowadays, moving forward.
Okay, so maybe Norul, you can maybe walk us through about I mean on Percipio, HIP Percipio, and how we can upskill ourselves through this platform.
Sure. So before we go to the system itself, I think I just like to highlight on the halal ecosystem and how can HIP.Percipio help to grow and groom halal professionals. And they might be thinking what are the difference between online learning platform, the rest of the online learning platform that are available in the market to HIP.Percipio. Because earlier we talked about collaborative nature between Awantec and HDC. Um, the benefits for the viewers out there and for the rest of the people who wants to know, this online learning platform, it provide many courses, e-books, live events, boot camps. If you want to know about leadership courses to become a good leader, a good businessman, businesswoman, a great entrepreneur, you want to know about digital transformation, and you want to start being productive and work together with the rest of your team, despite MCO or whatever reason that nobody can be at the same place at the same time. So you can start learning, acquire those skills and knowledge to be able to do the things that you used to do, but in a different way, in a new normal, right? So you can just name it. Any courses is all about is all available in HIP.Percipio, of course, including the halal industry content as well. So if you talk about the halal industry ecosystem itself, it started with the entire atmosphere of halal industry. So it comprises of number one, production. It involves food, pharmaceuticals, cosmetics, ingredients, etc. And number two, services like logistics, supply chain, tourism, banking, takaful, insurance, and many more. And number three, governmental support or human capital like halal auditors, executive, academicians, halal knowledge workers, laborers in universities, colleges, and within training provider itself. So we talk about human capital just now, right? So we have halal auditors, we have halal knowledge workers, those sales manager example with the title of halal bucket specific focus, right? So all of this content, all of these knowledge and skills you need to have in separate sessions for you to obtain those particular professional certification example. So in the past, you have to go and visit a different training provider. You have to go to the training provider A in order to learn about sales management. You have to go to training provider C just to learn about perhaps digital marketing. and you have to go to HDC to learn about halal certification. But now with this HIP.Percipio, it provides you with everything, every courses that you can learn anytime, anywhere, from every device. It's 24/7 cloud access to 100 to 1,000 to 120,000 pieces of content. So
Oh, that's a
apologize.
lot.
It's a lot, yes. And
That's a
we
lot.
have like 65,000 videos. We have 45,000 options, 27,000 ebooks, and 7,000 courses plus halal content. So you can actually bring all of this everywhere. Even
Mm.
when you go to Langkawi for holiday while waiting for your siakap to be steamed
Yeah.
or to be fried, you can just go to HIP.Percipio to just listen to the audiobook, for example. You can do a quick test. You can even read ebook. So it's all available whether through device, through a laptop, or also through your tablet, iPhone, or iPad.
While you're
So
sitting next to the pool or sitting at the beach, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. While on board, you can just go to perspective if you love to acquire new knowledge and skill
Are these
anytime lah.
downloadable offline as well?
It's not available to download it because
Mm.
it's restricted.
Okay.
Is protected
Okay.
property.
Yeah.
But once you subscribe to HIP, the Halal
Mhm.
Integrated Platform, you will be able to enjoy HIP.Percipio as part of the membership.
Okay. Okay.
Mm. And like if you are a job seeker and you know that you wanted to pursue your career in halal industry, you can go and get the certification to HDC, HIP. They have their own center. If I'm not mistaken, it's called Halal Training Institute.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, and then you can just get the certification, and then maybe with that certification you want to increase your chances to get hired by many employers out there. You want to acquire digital marketing certifications, or you want to get certified in perhaps change management, project
Mm.
management, or anything, even cloud computing. You can get access to HIP.Percipio, get yourself learn, train, and then get the digital badges which you can share on your social media, including Facebook, Twitter, and of course LinkedIn if you want to. And it will hopefully increase the chances to get noticed by the employer, because you can also download the e-certificate through HIP.Percipio. So that is one of the things that could help you to increase the chances to get noticed by the employer. And if you're already an executive of halal industry and you recently get promoted to become manager, example, and you want to get trained, you can also subscribe to HIP.Percipio, which you can learn a lot of things on how to manage your team members and how to be more productive and how to motivate your members to get sales higher or bigger
Mm.
sales.
Mm.
So it's part of the things that you can actually it's the opportunity, I would say, that you can
Yeah.
grow yourself as an individual, as an executive, as a job seeker. You can invest certain amount of money just to get certification, which sometimes, if you want to get trained by example AWS cloud computing
Mhm.
or a professional certification like project management, you have to invest minimum 4,000 to even 10,000 ringgit Malaysia, and those training available to you within 3 to 5 working days, right? And then you have an access to only the materials given to you at that point of time. So it's
Mhm.
pretty limited, and your expenses or your investment is larger compared to when you subscribe as a member under HIP. You have an access to HIP.Percipio. You have access to thousands number of courses online, and it's available to you anytime, anywhere. And you can go and learn Aspire Junior example sales manager. That courses online is actually curated based on the job role. Example, if today you are the data business analyst, example,
Mhm.
and you know that in the next 5 years or maybe 7 years, you want to become a data scientist.
Mm.
So in HIP.Percipio, it has a Aspire journey which tells you as a business analyst today what are the knowledge and skill that you must have And
Okay.
if you want to be promoted to become a data wrangler, what are the skills and knowledge that you need to have in order to be able to climb the ladder and become someone's higher in that position?
So you can
So
plot your career path, I would say. You
exactly.
can-
So it's designed for you to make sure that you are not only strive into this job, but also to
Mhm.
prepare for the future skills.
Yeah, okay, so it opens up, I mean, helps you to plan and maybe expose you to other opportunities that you may not be able to know at the moment.
Exactly, you're right. So it's not only to limit yourself for today, but also to prepare you for the future so that at least you know if I want to become a manager or senior manager, what are the skills that I need to acquire today, then I can perform
Mm,
better in my job, right? And
mm,
then if you need to have a business skills, a little bit of strategic thinking, critical thinking. So all of the courses is available on you on the platform. So you can just if you might be wondering, oh, you're talking about ebooks, Quincy, I said that we have 27,000 books available. So you are no longer need to buy books out there,
mm,
but you can just pay for HIP.Percipio and you can have access to 27,000 books. Any books that are available in the market right now, up to date in
mm.
HIP.Percipio. So if you want to access to the sales book or books about how to become more productive as individual, as manager, as entrepreneurs, everything is available to you.
Okay.
Okay. So if I may proceed with my presentation
Yeah,
slide.
please do share
Okay.
your slide.
I have two screens here, so all right, let me just turn this that way so I can see the audience at the same time.
Mm,
Okay,
yep.
so this is the platform to HIP.Percipio. This is the interface, how it looks like. Once you have access to it, you can just log in. So when you log in, okay, um, you will have to see Aspire journey. But I will show the demo later in the system itself. But now I just like to walk you through as a journey, Aspire journey as sales manager in halal industry. Example, we have this imaginary candidate. I would say his name is Zaki Zain, and he has experience about 9 years in doing marketing and sales, and he has 4 years experience in halal market, right? And his current skill, he knows about customer profiling, pricing segmentation, and of course halal product ecosystem because that is his nature of work. Consider his I would say core skills that he must have, right? And then his manager, our management team decided that, oh, we want to promote him to become sales manager in the next 1 or 2 years. So these are the skills gap identified for this individual. So he need to know more about digital customers because during MCO, digital e-commerce has become, it's become very, very popular. So he need to understand how to manage and serving digital customers. And then he need to familiarize with project management and things like that. And then skills development for him to become a sales manager in the future is highlighted here. You need to also manage the team. He need to be able to be more productive and manage his team at the same time and be motivated to his sales team members. So all of these skills gap and skills development plan already created in the system itself, which is HIP.Percipio. So these are the tracks available under Sales Manager Aspire Journey. So you have an opportunity to actually improve yourself as sales manager through the training in HIP.Percipio, but at the same time, you'll be given an option for you to read ebooks available under functional core skills, under sales and business skills. These are the books and e-courses available in HIP.Percipio. And if you and if you want to improve your knowledge in halal industry content, you can go to HIP.Percipio also. It's available all in one platform. So isn't it great? Because you can just save time and save cost to just access to HIP.Percipio. And you will understand as a manager, not only a business skills or leadership skills that is important, but you also need to understand the industry overall. So we have live bootcamp available in HIP.Percipio in the near future, which you can participate. Okay, and this example of a day in the life of Saki Zain as sales manager. Okay, I just want people to actually understand why personal upskilling or personal reskilling or personal training is very important in someone's life, because you learn every new things every day. I would say, learn new things every single day. 'Cause if we doesn't learn, that means something's wrong with you, right? I mean, you need to start discover new things every day to stay motivated, to stay updated, right? So example like Zaki Zain, Quincy, like today, he just went through HIP.Percipio as a new onboarding program, which is available on HIP.Percipio as well, because just now we talked about he being promoted to sales manager, right? So he has gone through the onboarding sessions on Percipio, HIP.Percipio, and then he has all the assignment personalized push to him, which he has to actually complete it. And his management have told him that you need to improve in your communication skill, and you have, because you have to start working with multiple stakeholders. So he be able, already have completed onboarding program, he have completed communication skill. So everything can be obtained through the Aspire journey as a first time manager under HIP.Percipio. And on Tuesday, he received an email from his VP where he has to been tasked to do customer profiling and business study. So he need to study halal market in a different area, like for example, pharmaceutical or something that he is not used to, but he's been pushed to do this, which he has limited knowledge. But what he did, because he need to have the information very quickly with the limited time, he can go to HIP.Percipio to get the information quickly. Because Percipio is very easy, you just have to key in a few keywords, you can get the content, and then you want to listen to the audio summary, ebooks, although you want to, even though also, if you want to go to the videos or you just want to read books, it's all available there. So the choice is yours. And then on Wednesday, he can just start learning serving digital customers, which he need to start filling the gap that he has been told to. So everything he can do via mobile phone as well. You see, once you have completed one course here, he will get the digital badge, and then he can just share that on online social media platform like LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, even WhatsApp. You can even put under your e-signature through Outlook as well as Gmail as well. So when you send out an email to your clients say they can see the digital badges at the end of your email. So isn't it great, right? Like, oh, I'm liaised with someone who is professional or certified in that area, right? And then on Thursday, because of his interest, he just want to go and get a new skill, just want to listen to the videos by the subject matter expert in either sales or marketing. Example, he can just do that anytime, anywhere. And when he find it necessary for him to actually share the content with his team members, he can just push the share button and he'll be able to share the online courses or ebooks or anything he likes with his team members. So what I'm trying to say is that HIP.Percipio now is not only available for you at night or in the morning. You can actually go to HIP.Percipio anytime you like. If you find something that you have gap with, you have limited knowledge in terms of perhaps cloud computing, you don't even know what cloud computing is all about, or you don't even know how change management is, or what change management is all about. You want to get that information fast rather than go and search in the internet. You access to thousands or millions of content which you have to read and filter yourself. You can go to HIP.Percipio, put the keywords, and you can get the information immediately. Okay, and why HIP.Percipio is very important, that is able to help the halal professionals out there to improve themselves, is because the access to HIP.Percipio is 24/7, right? It's you can just go to that platform anytime you like. So at the same time, when you do your job and you need to understand how to do a great presentation, which you have limited knowledge with, or you just forget on how to do Zoom using Microsoft PowerPoint example. You need to get that fast information, and you can go to HIP.Percipio. And by listening to just a micro bite-sized video, like less than 3 minutes, sometimes can even be 1 minute video, it helps you to actually expedite your process by transforming your knowledge into skills immediately. It improves the engagement of employee by 4 times. You spend learning at the same time when you do your work, and you acquire both skills and knowledge at the same time. And also maximizing the employee productivity by 80%. So all of these numbers are proven by our existing clients in Malaysia as well as in the international industry, Quincy. And I would like to actually play a very quick video, if possible.
Just to, I mean, like you mentioned that the numbers previously is provided by the current users of the system, meaning they provided
Correct.
feedback on the system.
Yes, provided feedback. So I cannot say that HIP.Percipio can guarantee give you 97% of impact business, because I have yet to know their industry or their
So
organization.
these are
So all
actual testimonies.
actual testimonies, exactly.
Right. Okay. Okay. So we'll go to your video.
There's greatness inside you, just waiting to be uncovered. It's a journey, a change in mindset. So let's get going. Let's grow with engaging content and a learning experience designed to help you be a better you. This is a commitment to continuous learning in an ever-changing world, because you're an asset worth investing in. You are invaluable. Find the greatness inside you with Skillsoft.
Notice Skillsoft, right? So Skillsoft is actually a organization that produced Percipio. So Percipio is the online learning platform's name. Some people will just mention it Percipio, but how to pronounce it is Percipio. So what is the benefits, or what HIP.Percipio have to offer the individuals out there, Quincy, if they may ask? As I mentioned earlier, we have 120,000 contents, 65,000 videos, 45,000 options, 7,000 courses, and we have also the halal industry contents out there in HIP.Percipio. So if you really want to improve yourself and becoming halal professionals, that is has not only halal skills, or halal skills sounds very very inaccurate. I would say skills in halal industry, but also you want to improve yourself as as a good sales manager, or as a good a business analyst, or whatever not in the halal industry. This is the right platform for you to actually help you to actually improve yourself in terms of many areas: business, leadership, IT, productivity, and collaborations. And the content in Percipio is revised every so often, but when we deal with the SMEs, it's the content we revise by every 3 years. So we have appointed the SME in the respective industry to come and curate the content and put under HIP.Percipio. So it's not coming from anyone in the market. Like, say for example, I'm the insurance agent and I have 5 years experience in selling insurance. Now I want to write my own content and can just upload online, right? No, for HIP.Percipio, the content in the business, in digital transformation, IT, and whatever not, are all curated by the SME itself. So don't worry, the content is all related to the job role, and it's scientifically proven by the MIT universities with collaboration with Accenture digital company that built this channel, 500 pre-curated channels, but it's divided into a micro-sized bite video screen. So you cannot, some people, you cannot just focus more than 3 minutes just to listen to the video, right? You tend to do something else because you're very busy, your mind get busy. So hence, by understanding this nature of human being and also adult learning style, so the content in HIP.Percipio is all divided into a small microbyte size. You can listen to one video content, 1 minute video content, 2 minutes video content, and even 1 hour for the expert insight. if you want to listen to expert insight about um, digital transformation or about how to do a marketing strategically on digital. So you have to listen for about 1 hour, but you can just break it whenever you're free. You can just always visit and resume the learning. Okay, and then we have the gamification factor, which is the e-certificate. You can download the certificate and put in your Google Drive or put it in your desktop and keep it somewhere. So whenever you want to apply for a new job, so hopefully your employees didn't listen to this, so you can use that particular e-certificate to prove to the new employer that, hey, I'm trained in this area, so this is my e-certificate. Or you can just go to visit my LinkedIn account. I have all my skills and expertise listed at the bottom of my profile with the digital badges, which you can push and post it online as well. Okay, and another benefits of HIP.Percipio is inclusive learning. So we have a multiple modalities that you can access, as I mentioned, video, digital books, audio books, and things like that. So it makes your learning more fun, because you know that sometimes some people, they just like to read books. They can read thousands of books or a few books in a year, but some people don't want to read one page, also will take a long time, so they would prefer to just listen to the audio summary, or just watch video, or read digital books, which you can go and visit at any time you like. Okay, and for IT courses, Quincy, or IR 4.0 courses, we have labs, practice lab ready, and all of the courses put under HIP.Percipio is similar to the professional courses out there. So if you want to go and attend professional certification, for example, I can recall quickly is project management. If you want to get certified in project management, before you go to sit for the exam, you can learn to HIP.Percipio under the Aspire journey for category project management. You can go and revisit the content every single day. You can even sit for the examination. They have like 60 questions. You can repeat the question until you finally feel confidence that you can pass the exam in just one attempt. Then only you go and pay for the examination, because the content, the exams, everything is all similar to whatever available in the market. And when we talk about talent development, kan, the curated playlist and curriculum maps are all actually mapped to or curated based on the job role. So meaning that, as I mentioned, from data analyst to become data scientist, you exactly know what are the skills and knowledge acquired today, and what are the skills and knowledge that you need in order to be promoted to the next level. Okay, and we have like multiple expertise level based on the knowledge and availability, knowledge and ability. Like example, as a senior executive to manager, manager to senior manager, what are the skills and knowledge that you need to get? So it's pretty much job role based, I would say, Quincy. So it's very easy, rather than you want to think about what sort of development that I want to plan for myself, is as halal executive in sales industry. For example, your position is sales, senior manager, or senior executive sales in halal industry. It's specific mention halal industry. You have the information about halal content in HIP.Percipio, because without that knowledge, you won't be able to go and speak to your customers and also to your vendors about the halal industry, kan? And at the same time, you also need to be able to have a great communication skill, presentation skill, convincing skills, because you want people to believe what you say. So all of this can be obtained through HIP.Percipio.
Yeah, it's not only about your technical knowledge, but also your soft skills and all that. So
Exactly.
you can't just have one. You need to be, let's say, holistic knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. True. So I'd like to walk you through a little bit the content, I mean the platform, if we have time.
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
So
Okay.
once you subscribe to HIP as a member, you will have the opportunity to also subscribe to HIP.Percipio. So this is the outlook of Halal Integrated Platform. You'll be given your ID and password, which you have to click in. Once you log into it, then you will have access to this. So this is the inside of HIP.Percipio. So you have everything here. You go to library, you have content from Global Halal Tech, you have content from Halal Development Conference, HTI, many halal insurance industry, blah blah blah, Malaysia halal certification, everything is here. And if you want a specific focus on your skills area, it's either business, cloud services, data, digital transformation. We have digital soft skill competencies, digital marketing and communications. Nowadays, e-commerce is very important, right? So if you need to understand digital market so that you can sell your product online, or you can become a great digital marketers. So these are the program that you can learn from HIP.Percipio.
No, just to clarify, all these halal industry content, it's only available if you are a HIP member, right? I mean, you
Correct.
register to HIP.
Yes, if you subscribe to HIP.Percipio
Mm.
exclusively, you can
Mm.
access to all halal content. So if
Okay.
you go to any other, you might not find halal content that is certified
Yeah.
locally as well as international. Yeah. Okay. So I want to walk you through just one more page, which is this is our demo site, which we normally use when we speak to the prospect customers. Example, if you are currently studying food processing, right, and also studying food quality control. In Malaysia, we call it CJ Pemprosesan and Kawalan Mutu Makanan. So as an individual that go through these courses, you need to know the packaging, you need to know about quality management, you need to know about data, how to manage your data using Excel example. So if you subscribe to HIP.Percipio, this content is all available. If you click on delivering project quality, it will tells you as a project management in quality control, these are the information that you need to acquire in skills and knowledge example. And then you have, at the end of the day, you have access to the Malaysia Halal certification. So it's not only getting information and skills in Excel, in data, and also quality management. But we also propose to you few other courses or ebooks under food supply chain management, business and all that. And you also get certified in Malaysian halal content or halal certification. So it's all happened in just one platform, Quincy. So it's a lot easy.
Mm.
So if I go back here to the content here, okay. And an example, once you have completed your any exam or courses, you can just go here to share your digital badges.
Mm.
Example, this person haven't done because this is just a demo, right? If I go to my own platform, I will have numbers of digital badges which I can just push and share on my LinkedIn. So I really recommend, if you really a job seeker example, if you really want to be noticed by your by the prospect employers, you can just
Yeah.
subscribe to HRP.Percipio and you get certification. If you're the entrepreneur yourself, you want to improve the skills, the business strategy and all that, you can just subscribe to HIP. As a member, you have access to many other strategic partners with HIP, like banks and transporters and like training providers, Awantec itself. So
Yeah.
that's great. I mean, everything happens at just one platform.
Yeah, I've seen these badges on my LinkedIn feed a lot, and I'm connected to a lot of Awantec guys also,
Oh,
Halim and
right.
Dr. Peter. So I've seen their badges on. I mean, it really helps in visibility, lah. Definitely.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think my presentation is about to end.
Okay. Mm.
Yeah, I think this is the last slide that I have, Quincy. So do
Okay.
we have any like open questions and answer
Yeah.
to the
If
audience?
anyone has any questions, please ask them in the Q&A box, or if you're viewing from Facebook, you can just write a comment on Facebook, and I'll pick it up from there.
Sure.
So, is there anyone who has any questions? But um, I mean, right now, how many halal content? I mean, while waiting for the questions to come in, how
Yeah.
much halal content can we find? I know you showed a lot of things, but is this
Yeah.
database going to grow?
Exactly, it will grow. But right now, what we have is less than 10, I would say, in a totality. But why we only upload this because Awantec and HDC are working closely in uh, building a video where we contacted the trainer, come to the green studio, we tape them, and while the like how you've seen in many of other online learning platform videos. That's why it takes a lot of time for us to actually create that particular video. But we have, if I'm not mistaken, a few others already. Especially the very important one is the Malaysian Halal certification that is ready
Hmm.
online. Yeah,
Okay. I
pretty
think that's
general
good.
for everyone who wants to understand about halal industry. You can see.
Yeah, I think yes, definitely halal certification is one knowledge that I think a lot of people can benefit from. Not only
Yeah,
people in the industry, but also people outside the industry.
correct.
So that's
Yes, yes.
something that if anyone is interested, please register as HIP member, access the HIP.Percipio through the platform, so you can enjoy all this content. Um, Let me check whether there's any questions. I don't think there's any questions today. Um, let me
Okay,
see.
so if you have some time, I'll just like
Yeah,
to emphasize again because the topic today
yeah,
is
yeah,
all about personal development, right? Upskilling and reskilling. So
yeah,
when we mention upskilling and reskilling, it's actually open to anyone. It's either you are job seekers out there that have
mm,
yet to get any employment, and you probably want to consider halal industry as one of your future career, right?
yeah,
And maybe you can just subscribe to HIP platform, and then be a members, and then get access to HIP.Percipio and
mm,
start acquire a new knowledge for you in terms of halal
mm,
industry, because it's probably nothing that you have thought about before. Maybe it's about time for you to actually be part of it, because halal has become very popular nowadays, especially
yeah,
halal certification from Malaysia is recognized worldwide. Maybe you will get hired not only in local market, but perhaps in
yeah,
Taiwan, in Japan, or even in Dubai.
yeah,
And for those that have just lost your job and you start, getting used to do your own business, like for example, selling nasi lemak, or come up with a new junk food products that you just posted online. Maybe you want to know a little bit about halal industry. Be part of the HIP members, and you can get access to HIP.Percipio, where you can learn about halal certification. That is number one. Without knowledge of halal certification or halal industry, you wouldn't know whether your product can go beyond local markets. And
mm,
if you're a halal executive out there, you've been doing that job for 5 years, you probably have no motivations. Perhaps you can just get more knowledge through HIP.Percipio. Talk to your manager, do some investment on online learning platform for
mm,
halal professionals. If you have less than five, why not get everyone to get involved? Like example, individual from IT, marketing, finance, everybody get HR to sit down whether they can invest the right tool for everyone to start acquire a new skill, because HIP.Percipio is offering you not only today's skills but also for futures. So it's
yeah.
actually a very good investment for the organization if they really want to invest for the talent management.
Yeah, it's an interesting point that you brought up just now on growing talents for the international market, because I think one of HDC's aim is to grow local halal talent so that they can work overseas to, especially those countries who are not traditionally Muslim countries, but they have halal market demand. So these professionals can actually go there and find work outside Malaysia as well. So I think,
Exactly.
yeah, mm,
I mean, yeah, because Malaysia we have advantage. We are Muslim country, and although if whether you are Muslim or not, but you are halal is not strange to Malaysian. So
yeah,
take this opportunity.
it's
Yeah,
not specific to Muslim as well. It
correct.
can be
Exactly.
non-Muslim also. Yeah. Mm.
Exactly. I mean, you can just learn about halal industry, get certification, and bahasa, other language. If you know Mandarin, if you know Tamil, if you know a little bit of Arabic, but of course you will know English, right? So take
Yeah,
this opportunity, bring these skills. Maybe you can just apply a job in Japan, example Taiwan, because they really look into Malaysia when it comes to halal certification and SOP. So, this is going to be a very good opportunity for you if you're looking for a job, I would say. And invest in HIP.Percipio because it has every content. I would say again, even I also make weekly goals in my apps online on mobile phone that I have to complete at least 60 minutes in a week. So I will have the reminder on my profile. So I wake up early in the morning, 5 a.m., while do some chores, I can just play the video. And then if I go to the restaurants or cafeteria while waiting for my food to be ready, I'll just play one of video. So you can actually get information anytime you like, as long as you know what sort of personality you are. Either you like to read books or you like to listen to the audio or you like to, swipe your iPad, whatever. As long as you understand your habits and just get that become your new habits lah. Start acquiring a new information through digital platform rather than offline materials or hard copy materials. That is another option you can consider, I would say.
I mean, I also read today about there is you worked with OKUs as well.
Oh yes, absolutely. Awantec, we have collaboration with UITM under the OKU service unit. So we wanted to. These are the students, Quincy, under University Technology Mara. UITM, University Technology Mara, yes. So what this institute do is, you have OKU students and we want to help those OKU students or different disability to actually improve themselves, be more confident that be able to compete with people like you and I, right, in the job market. So we want them to tell the employer that, don't look at my physical or my disability, but look what I have. I have this certification, I have this knowledge, I have this skill. And we also want them to feel that, by learning through online learning platform, HIP.Percipio, whatever not, it's not only about getting the knowledge, but also build your own dreams. Like, if you go through the business courses, digital marketing, you probably have an idea to build your own business and become an entrepreneur yourself. So the collaborations Awantec has with UITM OKU unit is to actually help them to build the confidence, get them trained, and be able to compete and get the higher chances to be employed by the employers out there. And in fact, one of the industry, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, Unimai, which is our neighbor in Cyberjaya office, they've employed OKU students and become their employee. So I mean, the chances is available to anyone. To us at Awantec and also I believe HIP itself, training is non-negotiable. You can't negotiate training because you need to learn every single things new every single day. Because by learning new things every day, you'll be able to improve yourself.
Yeah, I think physical disabilities is not a barrier to improve
It's not a
yourself.
barrier.
I mean,
Yeah.
so that's why I wanted to raise the point about OKUs, because even OKUs can also be participate in the halal industry. So it's
Exactly.
not a barrier to improve yourself in terms of halal knowledge as a halal professional as well.
Yeah, I think we need people like that because in some parties that we liaise with special disabilities, like for example, if they use sign language, and perhaps those sign language can actually participate in these industries or area, or you can just become a halal certified employees or executive professionals with the special language, right? Sign language.
Yeah.
Worked in Starbucks or whatever I've just mentioned. I mean, it's really a creative solutions. I would say we're gonna give chance to everyone to learn, not only to people like you and I, but also to everyone with a different disabilities.
Yep. So I think we don't have any questions this morning. So
Okay.
and we are also running out of time. So I think that's it for this morning session. Before we end, Norul, do you have anything you want to say about the topic, about Percipio, about halal industry before we end? Last
Sure,
words.
just a very short one. I'm a believer of learning. If you don't do well today, get yourself back up learn a new thing and then use that knowledge that you have to excel for the future. So HIP.Percipio is one of the solution for you. Thank you very much, Kinsey.
Thank you, Norul, for joining us and for that sharing session. So, guys, visit hip.hdcglobal.com and register as a member today to enjoy the benefits from hip.percipio. We have another virtual session coming up this afternoon at 3 p.m. Talking about talent exchange in Selangor Kerjaya. So don't forget to register for that session. We are also streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, as well as LinkedIn. And don't forget to follow HIP on these social medias. Twitter is at HIPX Global. Facebook, we have Halal Integrated Platform. Instagram, it's at hip.global. And on LinkedIn, it's also Halal Integrated Platform. Or not to forget, YouTube, you can just search for Halal Integrated Platform. You can find HIP there. So please follow us. And if you want to visit the HIP booth in Kuala Lumpur Convention Center. They are at Hall 1, booth 1081 and 1076. So Halal Integrated Platform and HDC has a booth there at the Selangor International Business Summit. So if you have time, please head down to Kuala Lumpur Convention Center today until Sunday. So thank you again to Norul for joining us today and for the insightful sharing. So until next time, until this afternoon, I hope to see you again. Stay safe and all the best. Thank
Bye.
you. See you,
Assalamualaikum.
everyone.